is up, everybody? Welcome to Instinct Culture Podcast. It is Monday, July 21st. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, joined by Santi. Santi, how are you? I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Got my Mr. Iguana shirt. I'm good to go. We are 2 weeks away from SummerSlam. Does it feel like it's 2 weeks away from SummerSlam, or do you still feel like we're trying to build to SummerSlam? Like, how are you feeling so far in this build?
I feel a mix because a few weeks ago, I was thinking, damn, we're so close to SummerSlam and nothing has happened, right? And then last week on Raw, a lot more started happening on the way to SummerSlam. Today, I bought my tickets to go to my flight tickets to go to New York. And you know, afterwards, when you book your trip on Priceline, it'll say your trip is in 10 days. And it said your trip is in 10 days. And I was like, oh shit, in 10 days? What? Like in my mind, even though I knew SummerSlam was still very, very close, it still felt a little further than 10 days. Well, technically 12 days because I'm getting there on Thursday. But still, it feels really fast. Like it's just, I feel like we just finished watching a WWE PLE, then plus this weekend, it just feels like it's coming very fast right now.
Yeah, it's all just flying at us. Like, I mean, every show they're confirming multiple matches for this show. What did they confirm for this one? I think they confirmed the IC title match.
Yeah, so they confirmed Dominik and AJ and and then there was the stipulation for Becky and Lyra.
That's right.
If Becky Lynch wins, Lyra can no longer challenge for the tag team title. So that was another one. And then that was it. That was the only things that they did. And they still haven't announced exactly what Roman Reigns is doing. However, we've been speculating since last week that it might be a tag team match. But that was the topic that I did want to get right into, Santi. First things first. We're expecting the tag team match right here. Braun and Bronson Reed versus Roman and Jay. However, based off of what we saw today with that confrontation with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and everything, there was so much tension there between Roman and Bron Breakker. That part of me wonders, hey, what if instead we do Roman Reigns and Bron Breakker? Like that does feel like the bigger matchup. But do you think they're still going to go with the tag team match instead?
I think they're going to go with the tag team match. I think the play is to save Roman versus Bron Breakker for like a WrestleMania. That's a big star making opportunity. I think back to when they were trying to make new stars, right? They held off on Batista versus Triple H until WrestleMania, right? They waited. Batista's their next guy. Let's have the big match happen at Mania. They did it with John Cena as well. Let's wait for his big moment to be at WrestleMania. So it's a formula as old as time with the WWE. When you've got a guy that you know is going to be your cornerstone of the WWE, he's already a made man. This is a guy that his future is already set. You can be patient with this guy and just wait for the best available moment to pull the trigger on the biggest match for him, which I do think is Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. But let's start with a teaser with a tag match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, like it's gotta be till we get to that point. But so far already, like just the tension between them was so good. And I want to break it all down because there was a lot that happened there. So this was the first time, Santi, that we finally got to see Roman and Paul Heyman across the ring from each other, which is kind of crazy because everything that happened, you know, going into WrestleMania and then at WrestleMania, that was April, bro. And we're already midsummer and we're barely getting this confrontation between Roman and Paul Heyman. How did you feel about Paul Heyman basically trying to get back Roman Reigns, acting like he loves them so much?
I didn't like that. I felt like that was really disconnected. I would have much preferred an angry, pompous, annoying Paul Heyman there because he had his muscle there with him. Like, what are you going to do, Roman? I've got Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker here, but seeing him all of a sudden kind of like tuck his tail between his legs and try and get Roman back, acknowledging him, trying to play to him, I don't think that was that was particularly what I wanted out of that particular confrontation. I wanted a vindictive Paul Heyman, an unapologetic Paul Heyman, and I'm glad I did what I did, Paul Heyman. And that's not what we got out of that.
And it would have been easy to do that too, because like you mentioned, he had Bronson Reed there. He had Bron Breakker. He could have easily said, you know what? These guys are the future. They are the ones that are going to dethrone you, that are going to do bigger and better things than you. And it was so easy to go that direction. But so Santi, you bringing that part up, bless you. That part, not only that, You know what promo I didn't like? I didn't like Bron Breakker's promo. I thought, who the hell wrote this for Bron Breakker? Why are you making him seem so lame? Like, Bron Breakker is hella cool. I'm such a big fan of his, but I didn't like that they had him go out there and say, oh, Roman Reigns, you are so yesterday. Nobody even wants you here. Like, bro is not blind. Bro is not deaf. Like, you saw all of the people going crazy for Roman Reigns and then him basically saying polar opposite, right? And then when he said, oh, I'm the big dog now, I'm like, no, because everyone hated when Roman Reigns was the big dog. Like, you don't want to associate yourself with that. So I kept thinking to myself, who wrote this promo for Bron Breakker should have written something entirely different to make Bron Breakker look cool, to make Bron Breakker seem like an even bigger threat to Roman Reigns.
I didn't think of it initially that way, but I'm kind of vibing with what you're saying here. I like your little rant there. It kind of reminds me, like to say nobody wants you here after hearing that thunderous pop for him kind of reminded me of when you remember when it was Gunther and Randy, that feud last year, and Gunther's like, Randy, you've been a huge disappointment your whole career, Randy. It's like, brother is a 14-time world champion. What are you saying? I think it was kind of similar to that. I've heard better Bron Breakker promos, but to me, honestly, I kind of vibe with what Roman said. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any of that. All I saw was the face-to-face, and I'm like, that's what I'm here for this physically right now. The promo kind of by the wayside. I didn't really care for it, but it didn't do anything in terms of make me lose excitement for the future prospect of that match. That's still the match to do for Bron Breakker.
Yeah, I agree with that. But my favorite part, honestly, like you said, was the end when Roman decided to say, oh, your mic doesn't work. Here, hold mine. Yeah. And he throws him the microphone.
Yeah, that was good.
That was sick. Good. That was sick. I almost wish that it would have been, I would have loved this more had, like you said, Paul Heyman gone out there and told Roman, hey, I don't need you. This is the future. And then had Bron Breakker just had a better promo that made a little bit more sense. And then with that ending with the spear from Bron Breakker to Roman Reigns and then Jey Uso coming out to help even out the odds, all of that would have been 10 out of 10, no notes for me. So unfortunately, some tweaks should have been made for this, but overall, it just feels exciting to have Roman Reigns back here on the show. So thumbs up, looking forward to the matchup.
The show is just better when Roman is there. It just is. That's the one thing I was saying during the live stream. I'm like, the show, WWE just needs Roman. The world of the WWE just feels more special when he's around.
Yeah, exactly. We got a couple of super chats here. Let's see what the people are saying. We got AJ Tripp. AJ, thank you so much for this generous super chat. He says, Denise and Santi, a TikToker by the handle Pure Brain Rot, has compiled all the WWE title holder reigns. It's amazing to go back and reminisce about these beautiful, wonderful moments in our wrestling life. Check it out when you get the time. Hey, AJ, thank you for letting us know about that. I'm not as familiar with like everything going on the TikTok world, so thank you for letting me know. But I think things like this, when you go back and you reminisce on big moments or big championship stuff, it really is cool to kind of take a step back and look at some of your favorites, right, Santi?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm actually looking it up right now.
Yeah, see, he's on it. Thank you, AJ. We got Casey Poole here who says Santi, the pumpkin Hogan, won't put the Sancho Man on the thumbnail and makes Denise savage way before joining the post show, but he's gonna have to put over Carrion and the Glaze Factory tonight. How sad! You got to get Sancho on the thumbnail.
Listen, there's a huge swerve. I've got a huge plan. It'll be revealed at SummerSlam. Everyone's going to be eating their words. The freaking podcast brain rot just follows me even to this show. Listen, I'm not pumpkining. They say I'm a pumpkin after 2 hours of work. I can't be entertaining, or I start losing my voice or whatever. When the podcast hits 2 hours, I turn into a pumpkin. Is the meme?
I get it.
But yeah, keep the brain rot content from our podcast out of here. Okay, I'm trying to be normal here, a normal member of society.
Bippity boppity boo. Come on. We got to get you Wait, but yeah, we got to get you out of your pumpkin face. Thank you, Casey. We got Infamous Raider Loco who says Santi needs a few minutes after taking Blue Chew promo code Denise. After having Dom and Cross all on Raw today, I did love the AJ appearance, made it funny. AJ was hilarious today, just in
So
and out
good.
the entire show. I know that's your boy, Dominik Mysterio. And now we're getting Dominik versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. How'd you feel about seeing AJ come out as a what was he today? He was the valet. He
Yep.
was the medical personnel. He
Yep.
was the janitor.
Yep.
I think that was it, right?
I think that was it. Listen, first and foremost, I want an apology from people that were trying to dunk on me when I said it was a good thing that Dominik versus AJ got canceled at Night of Champions, because they were going into that match and it was a soulless feud. It was just going to be a match for the sake of a match. That being canceled was the best thing that could have happened for both of these guys, because they've been able to create a fun little feud, a dumb story that I'm so excited for. The whole night I'm like, where's AJ? Where's he gonna appear? And it's so good. This is one of the stories and feuds I'm now the most excited for going on this SummerSlam. And it's just such humor in wrestling when done correctly is so good. And we're seeing it here.
And AJ's always been that guy. I mean, I know the first thing you think about when you think about AJ is what an extraordinary, phenomenal wrestler, right? But he's also got he's got a funny side. He knows he has good comedic timing, and we've seen it, here and there, right? Even though he's still not the comedy guy, he still has it though. So even the moments where he did pop up though, I thought were great, because every time he popped up, I still wasn't expecting him. Even the third time, I still wasn't expecting him. So I think they did a good, clever job of making him appear in these circumstances surrounding Dominik Mysterio. And I'm looking forward to the matchup, man. I went from a place of, man, I can't believe. I remember a few years ago when we first saw Dominik and AJ Styles on Raw, and I recalled Dominik defeating AJ. I was so mad, Santi. I was like, I can't believe they had Dominik Mysterio beat AJ. What kind of shit is this? Right? I went on a whole rant. I was so mad for like a whole week. And now I'm at a place where I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't be upset if Dominik defeated AJ Styles.
Joe. Get on the train, Denise. There's plenty of room. We don't gatekeep. There's a seat right next to me right here for Dominik Mysterio
Santi's
fans.
not gatekeeping me for once?
Nah, you can come on in. The Dominik Mysterio waters are warm, baby. Come on.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Thank you, Infamous Raider Loco. We got Kobe Smith here who says, I think LA Knight and Jay were supposed to have a match with the Brons, but since Seth got hurt, they pivoted and booted LA Knight. Poor LA Knight. I mean, honestly, we won't really know until whatever happens, man.
See it, though. I see what he's talking about. I totally see that having been LA Knight's destiny for SummerSlam. And with him not being on the show today, I don't think he's on the SummerSlam card.
Well, what else are they going to have him do unless they throw him into something random?
I don't know, another Slim Jim Battle Royal, maybe?
Ah, shit. I didn't even think about that, a Slim Jim Battle Royal. Did they do that last SummerSlam? They did, huh?
They did 2 SummerSlams ago, I think. I don't think it was the last one. When did he win that Slim Jim car? I don't remember. Somebody in the chat's going to have to correct us.
Maybe that was a year or 2 years ago. I'm not exactly sure.
No, definitely there was no Battle Royal last year because I went to SummerSlam. I would have remembered. I would have remembered.
So then the year before that was most likely the Battle Royal. Okay. Aw, man. October Horseers, LA Knight is always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Unfortunately, that's kind of true right now.
No, bridesmaids at least get to be on the show. He's more like a one-night stand. You fucking chuck and then you don't really take to the wedding at all.
How sad. Not even good enough to be the wedding date.
You don't even get to be the wedding date.
Savage. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, I like how they have Stephanie doing a side quest so she can have a match at SummerSlam. How surprised were you today when they decided to make Iyo versus Stephanie here tonight?
I got down on my knees and thanked el Dios. Dios, muchas gracias en el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. I was praying to the Lord. I didn't think we were worthy enough to get what we got. We were blessed today. We were blessed, Denise. We were shined by the light of the incredible match that was Iyo Sky and Stephanie Vaquer.
That pop, by the way, after the announcement was made backstage that Stephanie had accepted her challenge, That said everything. Everybody was feeling the exact same way that you were thinking, oh shit, they're actually doing this matchup. Like, I can't believe it. Stephanie, as of right now, she doesn't have a match for SummerSlam. Like, she doesn't have her PLE match until Clash in Paris. So, and there's 9 matches announced right now for SummerSlam. And then you're going to add the Roman match. That's going to be 10 matches there. So right now we're like at 5 and 5 for each night. I think that we've been seeing more like 5 to 7 matches per PLE. So there is still time to add a matchup for Stephanie if they wanted to over at SummerSlam. Like, that would be sick if they did.
I mean, they got something there with the Secret Hervis. It could end up being like, if they bring back the Bellas and Stephanie Vaquer versus Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis, they could maybe run that. I don't know.
But Stephanie and Iyo today, they got a good amount of time, and I was so thrilled because I was starting to worry towards the end how much time they were actually going to give this. And everybody knew, okay, this match is going to end in some sort of DQ. Like, we know that there's going to be shenanigans. What shenanigans, we're not really sure. But my way of thinking was, I'm just happy if we get at least 10 to 15 minutes worth of this match, because I just want to see them wrestle. Even if I know no one's actually winning this match, I just want to see them wrestle. And of course, we saw Chelsea Green get involved with the Secret Hervis and all of that into this matchup. So that caused, the DQ on that. But I almost didn't care, Santi, because of the match that we got to see unfolds. Like, they just did some really nice, smooth wrestling. That's all I could ask for.
I saw God during that match. I still cannot believe that. And this is, I swear to God, it felt like they were still going at half their available pace. They're not even at full power yet. Imagine if they were just unleashed on a PLE for a world title. Oh, I'll just leave it at that.
I want to clip that part, Santi, of you just going, ah. I'm going to use it for my next round of meme material. I'm going to put your clip, and then I'm going to put side by side Roman Reigns. Okay, there was a moment today on the show where Roman Reigns did like a little tongue thing. I don't know if you saw that. Okay,
no,
crap.
I missed the tongue
now
thing.
I feel horrible that now I feel like a pervert that I'm the only person who noticed this. But Roman Reigns did like this tongue thing today during his promo, and I thought that's a meme right there. So I'm going to clip it out. I'm going to put that side by side. I'm going to make a whole thing. All right.
Were you like, hey, yo, Roman, what that tongue do? Is that what you were feeling?
No, I'm serious. He did a tongue thing. If you caught the tongue thing, let us know in the chat. It was there. Thank you. Larice Johnson. He saw it.
No one forced you to even bring this up at all. No one
goes where it goes.
No one asked you, hey, let's talk about the Roman tongue thing. You brought this up willingly.
Gian Reza says, I'm ashamed to say I noticed. You see, I wasn't the only one.
Okay. The thing I noticed that my chat, I like pointed it out, and like there was a group of people in my chat. They're like, shit, now I can't unsee it. And I think this is the funniest thing. When Roman does his thing, when he goes like this, I was like, why is Roman Reigns pretending to be a fly? Because like flies go like,
what?
You don't know that flies do
that?
this? Yeah, like a fly, like, a big fly. They just sort of go.
I did not notice that. And you're saying I'm weird for noticing the tongue thing? Also, I don't think I've ever looked at a fly up close doing this with their hands.
You've definitely seen a fly do that with their hands.
No, I have not. I've not looked at
Well, now I look like a dumbass that I noticed the fly thing and you noticed the tongue thing. Can we move on?
Man. All right, we're moving on, guys. Let us know in the chat if you saw the fly thing or the tongue thing. So bad. We got Mayhem here. Mayhem, thank you so much for this super generous super chat, dude. That is too nice of you. He says, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make Denise money. Also, Jeff Hardy is better than John Cena. I mean, if we're talking wrestling, I do think Jeff...
Don't even indulge him. He does this in my chat. He's just rage baiting. He doesn't really believe it. He also drops $100 in my chat to say garbage like this. Mayhem, just because you're giving it to Denise doesn't mean that all of a sudden I'm going to accept your bullshit. It's not true. It's okay, Denise. The money's already in your account. It's fine. All right? I'm going to shit talk this guy. No, he's not, Mayhem. I know you rage baited me and it worked.
I do think Jeff Hardy is a better wrestler than John Cena.
I will leave and you will do this show and you can talk about Roman's tongue by yourself.
if I sit here and I do a whole show on Roman Reigns' tongue, I can guarantee my views will skyrocket, especially if I bring on the visual and everything.
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah, see, I got a plan. Mayhem, thank you for the support. Seriously. We got Rahu P who says that promo by Roman was lit. Also, a new team in the tag team championship picture in LWO will be good. I was very surprised today when the LWO got that win in that triple threat match. We were all laughing, saying, yeah, the LWO, they're good, but they're never getting the win ever. However, today they did defeat the New Day and the Creed brothers. Did this at all surprise you?
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure when this match was made last week that the War Raiders were in it.
What? I don't even know.
I swear to God, the segment backstage was the War Raiders, New Day, and the Creeds. I swear to God. And all of a sudden, they're just not in it.
I don't think I remember.
I'm certain this was with the War Raiders, right? Because the New Day kept dodging the War Raiders and doing all this. Like we want to have a match because now we want them a number one contendership. And it was my chat saying you're right. That was absolutely supposed to be the War Raiders, and they just got swapped out for the LWO.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't even remember that.
It's okay. I'm not surprised. It's a pretty throwaway division as a whole.
Okay, by the way, Gian here says that one of the commentators mentioned it. It was awkward. Okay, well, at least they mentioned it. But did they mention why? I didn't even catch that.
I don't think so. But like for certain, this match was made including the War Raiders, and they're just like, nah, you guys aren't in it.
Damn. And then the fact that they swapped it out, but they swapped them out with the LWO, then that's an interesting pivot right there.
Yeah, I maybe this is more so to Bill Dragon Lee and El Grande Americano, who is just so fluent in Spanish.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, he speaks Spanish? What? And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was good. Dude, I loved when he was I think he was like, pinche tu madre, way.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he said vete a la verga or something.
Oh, vete a la verga. Yeah, he's like, vete a la verga, güey.
I was like, what? What are we doing here? I can't believe that. I was stunned, by the way, stunned. And it kind of made me like the El Grande character more with him in it, because I thought, okay, well, the guy's talking Spanish. That just makes you want to hate him more because he's actually talking the Spanish. Like, what?
Yeah, I thought they were going to dub the AI voice on him like they did for WrestleMania.
It's wild. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, good Monday Night Raw. I still can't stop laughing about TNA because they literally got fucked by WWE. Hashtag Blue Chew. Santi, you did a watch along for Slammiversary last night. What was your reaction when you saw both JC Jane and Trick Williams walk out with the titles?
So I was talking about this in my stream. I think it's fascinating that WWE has set themselves up to be the big villains in this, right? Big bad WWE with their two big bad villains in JC Jane and Trick Williams holding down TNA. Like, this is fascinating. They're making TNA the plucky underdog babyface in this company versus company thing, which now leads me to think that they're going to do something huge at Bound for Glory, which is their biggest show of the year. And somebody pointed out that like maybe they end up doing a women's match and a men's match, and they both turn out to basically become like Bloodline rules, where people are coming out to help TNA people, to NXT people coming out. I think they're setting up for like a huge like plucky TNA wins against big bad WWE.
So you think they'll do like a little bit of an invasion angle?
I think so. I definitely think so. Like, and I think it's so cool that WWE being the ones that clearly, if they wanted to, can drive the creative direction, have made themselves the bad guy in this. I think that the payoff is going to be so cool. But like they got to eat some shit for a little while. I
want to be as optimistic as you are right now, Santi, because I feel like I'm seeing this as, damn, like TNA's really bending over right now for WWE. And I'm thinking, where is your backbone? Like, we gotta, what? Like, and for me, here's the thing, like the JC Jane victory wasn't so shocking. I knew for a fact they weren't going to give that moment to a TNA wrestler. I'm like, it's going to be a WWE wrestler who gets that moment of being the first, TNA Knockouts champion simultaneously as an NXT Women's champion. But the one that got me was Mike Santana. Mike Santana not winning there, I thought, Oh, brother, like I was shocked to like extreme. But then here's the other thing, like TNA has been doing this for a while, where remember we thought Joe Hendry was going to
Like,
be
yes.
champion right away, and they took how many months to make that happen? So I'm just starting to think that TNA just doesn't know when to press the buzzer.
It's possible. I'm choosing to be optimistic here, mostly because WWE chose two heels to do this as opposed to two baby faces. If it was two baby faces, then I would be thinking, yeah, WWE just wants these guys to get all the love, all the attention, but like they're the bad guys in this. They're the big evil corporate company, and they've positioned themselves as such in this relationship, and I would assume that this would end in the big bad guys getting their comeuppance. I hope.
We'll see, man. They also did have Trick Williams today during the commercial break, and he was shit-talking the hell out of The Undertaker, by the way. But it's so weird to me that The Undertaker is kind of now an NXT person.
Yeah. So
like he's taking a role on the show.
Part of the reason why I was so certain Trick was losing was because they had announced the Undertaker thing. I'm like, no way, Taker's gonna help put over a TNA title. He's not going to help put over a TNA champion. I'm like, they're going to take the title off him. They can run the Undertaker angle, but no, here we are. Taker's going to have a segment with the TNA champion. That's insane. That's like actually insane.
This is so weird. Like hearing you say that is just words that I never thought would be put together in a sentence. All right, we got A Ninja here who says, I need more back and forth promos, but especially from the men. Most of them are one person talks, then next, and then the beatdown, then save. Okay, A Ninja, I'm actually glad you brought this up because this was one of my pet peeves that I actually had with the Gunther CM Punk promo. Now, let me say this. One of the things, and the problem is that once it becomes noticeable, you cannot unnotice it. So I had noticed this a while back with CM Punk and John Cena. I noticed it during that, was they do this thing where you have the person come out, they say their shit, and then they leave. And then it's not till the next week where the person gets to say the next thing back, and then they leave. So they did that again today with Gunther and CM Punk. I was so excited to see a back and forth between CM Punk and Gunther, and they just had Gunther talk his shit, and then afterwards, he just left. Yeah. And I'm thinking, no, this is not how like, stop doing this. And I feel like they found a way to like elongate these stories, but bro, we're 12 days away from SummerSlam. We don't need to be waiting every week for someone's response. And now that I've noticed it, Santi, I can't unnotice it. It's my new big pet peeve.
That was basically the entirety of John Cena and the Cody Rhodes feud. It's become their formula, and I don't like it.
No, I'm with you because anybody knows here. Santi, if you and I were beefing it right now, do you honestly think that if one of us talked all this shit, that the other person would just be like, okay, bye? No, you would talk some shit back. That's how it works.
Denise, I would steamroll you. Absolutely steamroll you if we were actually beefing it, as you say. By the way, nobody says beefing it. Who says that?
It's my favorite word, Santi, okay?
Beefing.
I think it's hilarious.
Beefing,
no, I like to say
beefing
it is funny.
I don't like that.
It with this person.
Hey, I'm just beefing it with my bros.
How would you say it? Well, no, if you say
just beefing.
No, but I could say like, oh, Santi, you're beefing it with this person. Like, what the hell?
That just sounds wrong. It sounds like we're having a little bro circle jerk session. Yeah. Hey, you want to come over for the beefing it sesh?
No shame. No shame. No shame.
Go ahead, but we are not beefing it.
Hey, when the meat is good, the meat is good. Go beef it all you want. Thanks, A Ninja. We got Freehola 333 who says, Diddy Zap's take on AJ and Dom have aged well. Oh, Daddy Zaps. Sorry, I read that as Diddy.
Nope, no, it is Diddy Zap.
Oh.
Nope, you read it right. That's my community in a nutshell.
Wait, are we talking Diddy like P. Diddy?
What other Diddy do you know?
Just making sure. I mean, just making sure. I didn't want to assume. Oh, I remember now because of the oil.
Yes.
I remember that now. All right. See, I'm up to date. Sin City Sane here says LA Knight should go back to TNA. Yeah, permanently. I mean, I honestly don't know what to say anymore about LA Knight.
No SummerSlam for you. No bridesmaid.
I feel bad. All right, we got thank you, Sin City Sane. We got Uncle Donk here who says, Fucking Chuck Alamayo, you deserve this donation. Thanks, Uncle Donk. We got JJ Castillo here who says, I really get a proper Iyo versus Stephanie. Oh, they want a really proper Iyo versus Stephanie clean match. Also, you both think Stephanie will win the title in Paris, or will they have Naomi go on a long run? I think that they will have the title go to Stephanie. At least that's how I'm feeling as of right now. What about you, Santi?
I do want them to have a clean match, but if Naomi retains at SummerSlam, I don't think that she's going to then be losing it as early as Clash in Paris. I don't see that will be the case. I think that Naomi's going to go on a long run. I think they've invested too much in this heel Naomi, who is just crushing it, by the way, in this role. And I don't usually think that people that are doing a good job need the title to keep doing that good job. But I think in this scenario, the character needs the title for a little bit longer to really continue to cement herself as one of the top heels in the company.
Yeah, I'm with you. It really suits her well. So she's doing a good job with that. We got Since, but I guess I'm still under the assumption that there's going to be a title changing hands at SummerSlam, but I'm just starting to think I'm way off base. All right. Sin City Sane here says CM Punk claims he's the best in the world. Gunther thinks he's the best. Nah, Iyo is the best wrestler in the world. She's amazing. So today on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all the apps, I asked people like, hey man, there's only 163 days left in 2025. Who do you think right now is the best overall wrestler so far of this year? And the top people that I got for the AEW side were Hangman and Tony Storm. On the WWE side, the top name that I was seeing was Iyo Sky, along with like Stephanie, and those were really the top ones that I was seeing. And I thought, holy shit, like, but there was a huge amount of Iyo. My pick is Hangman Page as of right now. Santi, do you got an overall best wrestler so far for 2025?
I think it's Hangman. Like between like that awesome run in the Owen Cup, obviously like the great finish to this storyline. Like if Iyo had have gotten, I don't know, something crazy concept here, matches when she was champion, storylines, TV
Promos.
Time even.
Yep.
Like I think the answer would have been Iyo. If they actually used that like 2.5 month stretch that she was champion and have her be featured as a champion, I think the answer would have been Iyo. But I would go with Hangman.
Right. Thank you. We got Sin City Saint, who also says Santi noticed the fly thing because he's secretly Mr. Iguana. He hungry. Hey, that's true, man. I'm sorry. I'm still feeding off that theory, Santi.
I can't believe you don't know that flies do that.
No, I know.
Look up a YouTube video of flies next time, all right?
Oh, hell no. I'm not
flies
watching
doing their
YouTube
hand
video
thing.
on flies. They're disgusting. Plus, I like Santi, I have like a legitimate, really big fear of insects, like legit big fear. Not so much flies. Flies, not so much, but I still won't like look at them. All right, we got Cool Fool 1980 here who says Bayley has been taking a lot of L's. Do you think she could be on her way out of WWE soon? So this was weird. When I logged into the watch along today, I pulled up the card. I usually pull it up like right before, and I saw that there was a tag team match with Lyra and Bayley teaming up together to take on Raquel and Roxanne. And I thought, what? What did I miss? Like, why are they teaming up together? And so Bayley ended up telling Lyra that she did it because she was supposed to be her tag team partner at WrestleMania. So they got themselves a tag team match here. Really didn't make sense, right? Lyra was confused by it too. So I think everybody went into this match thinking, okay, something's got to happen here if this match was made. But it really didn't. I mean, we did see, Raquel and Roxanne use the Judgment Day to go out there and help them out and whatnot. But regardless, Becky also got involved in this and held back Lyra. So they lost this match, and then that was it. It didn't feel like there was a real rhyme or reason as to why they were paired up here once again.
Me and my entire chat thought that we were going to have Bayley turn heel. That because Bayley was being like weird throughout this whole match, being like
didn't
weirdly
have trusting vibes.
chippy.
I wouldn't have trusted her.
Yeah. She seemed like she was up to something, but it was just a match that they lost. I mean, it was a fun match. Don't get me wrong. I love the chaos of everything that happened with Becky Lynch taking out Lyra. By the way, Becky Lynch once again channeling Becky Hogan with the red and yellow. And the Dr. AJ, someone paging Dr. AJ with all of everything going on together at the same time in that match was chaotic and fun. But I still question the existence of this match, why it even happened, and what was the purpose that it served.
That's what I was wondering too. And now and then when I saw Bayley take the L again, I thought, okay, now I think they're just like laying it in a lot thicker. You want to feel bad for Bayley? We're going to give you reasons to feel bad for Bayley. That's what that feels like. Also, I feel so stupid because it was last week, right? When Becky wore the red and yellow.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I feel so stupid because I didn't realize that she was doing a Hulk Hogan thing.
Yeah.
You know what's worse? You know what my brain went to, and this is fudged up? My brain went to Slim Jim.
I knew you were going to say Slim Jim. You have a Slim Jim brain. I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yo, it wasn't until someone pointed it out on Twitter, and I thought, oh my God, I'm so stupid.
Wait, did you say Slim Jim Becky during your live stream?
I don't know if I said it or not, but I know I was thinking it. I just don't know if I said it out loud. I don't remember. But I felt really dumb, bro. Like when I saw that, I was like, why did my brain go to Slim Jim? But it really did, though. We got Rodolfo Reyes here who says, hey, Denise, can I get your Blue Chew code? Santi doesn't want to give me his.
I don't have one, which is crazy. How do I not? I have so many sponsors and I don't have a Blue Chew sponsor. You know, like 95% of my viewers are men between the ages of 21 and 34. I have a demographic that Tony Khan would drool for. All right. I got those awesome Nielsen numbers in terms of audience demographics here. And like, I know it says 5% women. I guarantee you 3% of those are pretending to be women. All right. I definitely have like 98% dudes.
Well, you know what it is, Santi. You gotta really, really put yourself out there. You gotta make sure everyone knows that you're hard, you're ready to go, and that hard times breed better men.
Oh, we're talking about dick pills still. Okay.
Yes, I'm still talking about dick pills. I used the Cody thing. The Dusty thing. That hard times breed better men as my Blue Chew. Have you ever seen my Blue Chew ad, Santi?
I haven't. No.
Oh my God! I don't even want to show it to you. It's best you don't see it.
All right.
No wonder you. All right, everyone here knows exactly what I'm talking about, but don't worry, I'm not going to subject you to that. All right, we got Nick DeVito here who says, hey, Denise and Santi, hope you guys are doing good. Very excited to be going to night 2. It's my first show since SummerSlam 2007. Any advice about going to shows now? Yeah, save your money because concessions are expensive, parking is expensive, gear is expensive, it's all expensive. But no, honestly, you'll have a great time. Don't even overthink it. Just show up to the show. You'll have a great time. And everyone is so fun at the shows. Like there's never any issues with anybody. Everybody just goes to have a good time.
The advice I always give people, it might not be like necessary advice for PLEs. I always tell people get there early, especially if they're going to a Raw or SmackDown, because they film main event and WWE Speed. So you just get like an extra bonus match. Like when we went to SmackDown to film that, like from the Nosebleeds video, we got to see like Inamura before he was like starting to take off on NXT. So get there early. You might get some dark matches.
Thank you, Nick DeVito. We got Kickface here who says, I was at the show and it was awesome. Hey, Kickface, I'm so glad you got to enjoy Monday Night Raw live. Hell yeah.
Oh, Drew's in my chat says, like the most important piece of advice, wear deodorant.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it's hot, man. If it's hot, take that deodorant, bro. We got Sin City Sane here says, I agree with Santi. 8K tickets sold and probably more pay-per-view buys than normal because of WWE, technically. They are getting more eyes and are working on building TNA to be bigger than AEW. Slow burn, but I think it's happening. I hope so. I hope you and Santi are right. Honestly, I really, really do. Thank you, Sin City Saint, for the support. We got JJ Castillo here who says, do you think Cody will win the title at SummerSlam despite he's filming a movie after that? Also, you think a double turn happens with Cody and Cena? I was always under the assumption that Cody was going to get his title back. I'm maybe like 60-40 now on whether or not he's getting his title back. But before, like when he lost at WrestleMania, I swore he was getting it back at SummerSlam. Now I'm not so sure. I know a lot of people are expecting a double turn. I'm really not expecting a double turn. What about you, Santi?
I don't think I'm expecting the double turn. I think Cena is going to continue to be heel, but I was pretty certain Cody was going to win, but now I'm not. Now I'm, because of this movie schedule, it's really throwing things off. And that Cody tweet, remember the like, don't flinch or whatever may come.
Oh yeah.
Just stick with me or something like that. And he tried to address it on SmackDown, but I do think I thought that was him talking about him leaving for the movie.
We got Uncle Donk here who says, I'm a fan of both promotions. Can't believe I'm saying this, but AEW has been better this year creatively so far. This Cena run has really bummed me out, coupled with the success of Hangman's story arc. Yes, Hangman's story has been wonderful to see play out. I do think the Hangman story of his just overall run in this year in AEW and like even since last year has been better than Cody and Cena. But it's just so different too. Like they're doing such different stuff that again, it's really hard for me to compare. But yeah, I do want the Cody Cena stuff to get a lot better. We got Bob Ross Jr. here who says, Triple H, a funny dude. IDK, if y'all noticed, but every superstar that were in the PFC Vortex last year is basically getting the title shots as an analogy. Iyo and Lyra.
I have no idea what you just said. What?
Hold on. So he's saying, y'all noticed, but every superstar that were in the PFC Vortex last year is basically getting a title shot. Iyo and Lyra.
Oh,
I don't think,
okay.
wait. Okay, I'm a little bit confused by that, Bob, but I'll take your word for it. We got Abs Fatties here who says, I always take Blue Chew before Santi stream.
God damn it. You know you can keep some of this information to yourself. No one forced you to write that out and hit send and include money with it.
Hey, life's better with Blue Chew. Promo code Denise. All right, Abs Fatty, thank you so much. Oh, man. All right, where are we at? What haven't we discussed here on the show? We did get a rematch between Sheamus and Rusev. I thought this rematch was better than the first match just because it wasn't as long. But I had a good time. My favorite part was when Sheamus went to the top rope and then he like kind of lost his footing, came down, but then like played to the camera and made like a joke of it. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to get game 3, you know, the deciding one. Maybe they end up doing a best of 7 ultimately.
Yeah, they probably will at this point, but it was still a pretty good matchup there. All right, the other thing that we got to get into, Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross defeated Sami Zayn by hitting him in the ribs with that steel pipe that he had thanks to Scarlett. Is this doing anything for you, Santi?
Not really. I don't know where this goes. Do they get a SummerSlam match? Does this have legs for a SummerSlam match now that they're tied? And I mean, Sami Zayn's a big name to leave off of both WrestleMania and SummerSlam in one year.
Ah, shit. I just realized you're right. He wasn't on WrestleMania.
Same with Bayley. Those are two really big names.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really thought that they were going to find something for Sami for SummerSlam.
That's wild. That's wild, man. I'm pretty sure they'll find something for Sami. I don't think he'll be off the card. I'm telling you, I think they can do 7 and I mean, maybe it's too much. I don't know, but I think they can do 7 and 7 matches on night 1 and night 2, but I might be reaching on that. All right. That is our show, ladies and gents. That is Monday Night Raw, July 21st. Santi, before we wrap things up, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me over at anything related Santi Zap, whether it's Facebook. I recently looked at my Facebook followers. Crazy. I had no idea it grew that fast, but you can go check out the Facebook.
The shit when it comes to that. They help you promote. Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram, Twitter. Who cares about Twitter? I don't check Twitter. Okay. Twitch, Kick, YouTube. I'm everywhere.
All right, we got Dixie Normus here who says, Santi, when are we replacing bum-ass Sancho with Denise?
One more bad episode from Sancho and he's out. I already said I'm willing to sell Wrestling is Cool to the WWE Network, who's just buying all these podcasts, and we'll ditch Sancho. You can just buy me, WWE.
Damn, Santi ready to be a WWE shill and just be there taking that cold hard cash. Santi.
Everyone already says I do anyway, so I might as well do it for real. Might as well actually be a WWE shill. You guys think I'm above selling my morals and say I like something universally from WWE? I'm not. I'm not your beacon of morality. I will absolutely sell my soul to the final boss.
Like Ted DiBiase says, everybody's got a price.
Mine's not that high.
Mine would be pretty high. What would be Santi, honest question. What would you say if they offered you like, oh hey, you can come work with us, you can come do your podcast here, but you can't do your YouTube channel no more. Like you gotta go do just this.
Oh no, that'd be different. I'd have to sit down and break down the YouTube numbers and all the things that I make on Patreon. And I don't know if there's a number for that. I'm so married to my YouTube channel, like it's my life. So like if I have to give up with a YouTube channel, then no. But I'm willing to sell my opinions. That I will sell.
All right, how much would you charge for your opinions?
Oh man, if WWE could throw me a solid like $50K a year just to buy my opinions.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. I still get to do everything that I do, but now my opinions are compromised. $50K a year, WWE, you can buy my opinions. All
right, I'll sell my opinions for $100K.
Wow, look at you.
I'll just double whatever Santi said. Thanks, Dixie Normus. All righty. That's our show for today, guys. @ Denise Salcedo on social media. If you're here on the YouTube channel, Denise Salcedo, click that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.